If you are, give me a hell yeah. Then please welcome to the stage, everybody, Scott Schaefer.
Testing. Hey, this works. Okay, cool. Yeah, thanks for that. My first time attempting stand-up in like 3 years, and there's a small crowd, but mighty, really good. The last time I did stand-up was at the Hot Monk, and I had the strangest experience where basically the MC introduced me, like Mike did, like, hey, give a warm hand for Scott Schaefer. And as I was walking up, the audience did this. No! And I got on stage and it was just like deathly quiet. And I was like, wondering if my fly was down or something. But, it was like another Scott Schaefer they were expecting. It was just threw me off my game. And then COVID hit. So, long gap there. The COVID years, there were a lot of people who helped us get through the worst of the years now that COVID is over, right? The doctors, the nurses, the distillers, like all the essential workers. But there's one group that really never got their due, and I'm talking about the husbands and wives and partners of stand-up comedians, who really just took it on the chin, right? And a lot of suffering there. I was responsible for some of it, so speak from experience. I'm recording this. I'm going to do a laugh track on the recording, so it's all cool. You don't have to laugh. It's good. So question, do you have a favorite mirror in your house? Like one you look at and it's just like the lighting or the shape of it or like the spirit that haunts it or whatever? You just look your best in that mirror? Yeah? No? No? Okay. I was hoping one of you would say yes. Come on. Thank you. All right. So then it would follow that you have a least favorite mirror, right? Like one that just you look your worst in for whatever reason. Anyway, we have one of those mirrors in our house. He just turned 12, and it's a hard age. Like even if you don't have kids, you can remember. I assume all of you are over 12. You're supposed to be, but the change happens, right? And one day things are normal. You wake up, things have changed. All of a sudden, your parents have become super cringe just overnight, right? And it's cool. He's supposed to start hating on me a little bit. Which I feel like it's something we could bond over, honestly. Hey. But it just doesn't work that way. I kind of wish in the olden days you would just find a blacksmith or something and just apprentice the kid out, get him out of your hair for a while. But you just can't do that anymore. And I don't think he would make a very good apprentice anyway to a blacksmith because he only has one hand, which is kind of sad. He's got one hand and the other is just permanently attached to his phone, all the time. So, it's just talk to the parents of his friends. It's the same for all of them. We just all have such a hard time setting limits because I think we're all addicts ourselves, and frankly, I look at some of the news, the Doomsday Glacier and the human extinction and all that, and it's partly, I think, these collaborative first-person shooters, that's a transferable skill, right? Popping balloons, no, that's just a waste of time. Anyway, so, yeah, we're worried. I was just trying to think of how to get him to do his chores. Yeah, it's hard. It's a struggle. And I was talking to my wife about it and thinking, maybe I could use reverse psychology somehow. And she said, no. Never use reverse psychology. But the thing is, she's a psychologist. So it got me wondering, does she want me to use reverse psychology? At any rate, being married to a therapist, there's a lot of processing. The other day I was working. She comes into the room where I'm working and she says, honey, she has a really pained expression on her face. She says, I really want to apologize to you for how I reacted earlier. And I have no idea what she's talking about. Like it's just water under the bridge. Although with the drought, I think we need a new metaphor. You know. But anyway, yeah, I'm a million miles away from what she's talking about. But she's, clearly troubled. So I'm like, honey, it's okay, just tell me. And she says, I just really want to apologize for how I reacted earlier. It's just that, and I'm not going to get into the details of what she said. It's the same fight. It's universal, just not feeling seen or appreciated or doing too much or whatever. We all feel that. But, it was like I opened the gates to my heart and in rolled this wooden apology horse. It was just like packed with complaints. And they just started pouring out. And I think it surprised both of us. We didn't, and it's like, all right, whatever, that sucked. I got back to work, and I think, she was surprised, I was surprised. We're both feeling a little bit upset by that interaction, but I decided, I couldn't, it wouldn't be a good idea for me to reveal that I was at all upsetting, because the sickening thought occurred, if I did, she might apologize to me again. And we'd be stuck in like this suckiest time loop somehow. Anyway, I do the same to her sometimes. It's just part of the challenge of a long-term relationship. Like, do you air your grievances or do you let them turn into tumors? The third option is get on stage and do some stand-up comedy about them. Thank you for helping me avoid cancer, I guess.
Guys, put your hands together big enough for Scott Schaefer, everybody! Hell yeah, thank you very much. Push it one more time for Scott Schaefer, right? Yeah. And also, people standing in the back, we got 4 chairs right here. We got some chairs.